What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Gamescast post-show analysis for Square Enix's 2018 E3 press conference. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
Bonjour!
And the #1 video games journalist, Andy Cortez.
Let's square this away.
Square it away, guys. Square it up, square it in. Let me be. Oh my God. Your elbow went right down on the right boy.
Square away.
We got Nick over there on the shock mic.
Square away, square away.
I don't think Kevin activated your mic because you asked for it not to be on.
Good Lord.
We had some problems with the live stream we were doing before, so I feel like I went from having like no energy, I'm middling energy, to the energy all getting backed up in me, and now I'm ready to fucking explode.
I'm very happy you're exploding on this beautiful show here. We are doing post-show analysis of each and every press conference at E3 this year. At the end of this episode, we will rank all the conferences, similar to our hit show, X-Men Cinematic Universe in review, XCU in review. It's going to be a good time. And we're also doing live watch-alongs of all the streams. You can watch those on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, or you can just listen to the post-show analysis afterwards on podcast services or watching it on youtube.com. And there's a Periscope contingency stream. If the streams go down, we'll be live on someone's Twitter, and we'll figure that out.
We'll be on Twitters, we'll be on other phones. There's all these sorts of devices now.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. Square Enix conference. What do you guys think of it? Pretty unnecessary.
That's the thing, is that I feel like it didn't accomplish much in the way of maybe, and like, again, we talk about this, you've seen, even keeping up with the Gamescast, you've been seeing these post shows, right? Okay, Bethesda's breadth of games, maybe the majority of them don't appeal to me, but there's excitement in there, they're doing announcements, they're trying, they're speaking to their audience.
And GWK too.
What did we speak to the Square audience today? You're the Square audience.
See, that's the thing. They did. They just didn't have any. There wasn't any of the big things people wanted or expected.
No Avengers.
It's not expected. The things people wanted. There was no Avengers. There was no Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
There was a slightly modified Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Is that confirmed?
It is, yeah, because
Okay.
like the end scene definitely confirmed it for me. Where it's like there's some like very fan servicey moments in there that again are gonna get the Kingdom Hearts world ablaze with theories and trying to figure out what's going on. So in that sense, they did their job for the Kingdom Hearts side. But yeah, so the thing that I want to point out though is 2 new game announcements that were not things people expected.
The Quiet Man. I don't know 100% what's happening there with the live action to video game business, but
hate that trailer.
okay, I'm interested in the concept of the game.
Me too.
Deaf guy comes in and beats the shit out of people. All right, cool.
So 2 new PS4 Steam exclusive games coming out from
Babylon's
Square.
Fall was the other one from Platinum Games.
From Platinum, and it's just like when you look at the success of Nier Automata, it's like that right now isn't a big deal, but it might be in a couple of years.
Sure.
Similar to when Square did their conference in 2015 and had a whole bunch of stuff that at the time were like, "Who the fuck? This is stupid. No one gives a shit."
Yeah.
But now years back looking on it, you're like, "Oh, those are all really good games." And I think that we're going to see similar things there with A Quiet Man and Babylon's Fall.
As a Life is Strange fan, I was excited to learn more about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, but somehow I felt the way they presented all this information was way less enticing than it was at Xbox's conference. Xbox's conference I thought was oh wow, cool, there's this story, there's this dad, there's this son, the son escapes, they're not in a good place, the mom's gone, all right. Whereas this was, I liked having Don't Nod come out, say, explain what the fuck's going on, because it's been confusing on the internet. June 26th, it's free. It is not Life is Strange 2. It is an episode in the Life is Strange universe. If you look around, you'll find Easter eggs and nods to what's going to happen in Life is Strange 2. Don't nod. But these are the first steps in your world, they said, right? Story and characters in Life is Strange 2 world. Great, but then they didn't even show the full-blown... If you missed the Xbox trailer, you're like, what?
Yeah, I feel like this would have been a much stronger, not much better, but much stronger conference if we didn't see Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Captain Underpants. And
at Xbox?
At Xbox, yeah. And the Kingdom Hearts trailer.
Nier too.
At Xbox. And Nier, yeah, it's like...
That's the thing, is I guess that's what I'm driving at, is that Bethesda, while another one where I'm like, okay, cool, I don't care about every game here. It was like, I'm excited, there's energy, there's something happening, where a lot of this was like, I feel like, oh, okay, we've seen this before, and it's more of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. There was gameplay, I guess, too, which I shouldn't knock because I saw that ahead of time, but maybe you guys had and other people hadn't, obviously. But yeah, it was just like, all right, somebody's talking about it. All right, we're into it. Like, oh, okay.
I love the pacing of it though. Everything
Sure.
was
Yeah,
pacing.
yeah.
Let's just fucking move on and get through it. Like a big fear I had was they were going to focus on Octopath Traveler way too long. I think that total thing was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this looks awesome. You already know that. It's coming soon. I'm like, thank you.
I just feel like with no Avengers pop, this just felt like a waste of time. Like a lot of these games could have just been shown in other conferences, and it would have made sense and been fine. Yeah, exactly. The Quiet Man seems interesting. It's kind of like it's like they're going for the John Wick of video games or something like that. Just a dude who kicks ass.
Well, it was just a
which is
weird mashup
interesting.
too of like on an announcement trailer where we don't know anything about it. To merge live action and gameplay like that, it's like, well, are you doing like a Quantum Break thing, or is this just that you wanted
Is
to
this
show?
just for trailer purposes?
Yeah, I wish they would have not done that or explained that. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Maybe
but
they didn't. Maybe they didn't have facial capture of a Mexican guy saying "muévate," so they had to just film the dude saying it. That's what I'm assuming.
That's how it got. That's how I got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he looked exactly like he did in the game, so I'm assuming the live action stuff is
Part of it.
Part of the game. Yeah.
It's that was definitely the one that left me going, oh, okay. Just Cause 4. I mean, if you're
again,
into Just Cause, cool. Yeah, and we knew about it. Obviously, we saw it at Xbox too.
Those
Right?
We did.
Tornadoes,
I
man.
thought this trailer was better than yesterday's.
Agreed.
So
But even I agreed. This was a better trailer, and like the weather stuff of being able to call down tornadoes and things. I like the fact that I know how many people like the grappling hook. For me, it always was playing it. Like, oh man, I'm gonna have to dedicate time to get good at this. It wasn't working exactly. I like that they call out the fact that they've made it easier to use.
and
If
give you more tethers.
if you are a more advanced player like Big Kev Dog Coelho over there in Just Cause World. They were saying it's you can do even more with it now. So it's like it looks like hey, it's more Just Cause, which I know a lot of people want. So yeah, good for them.
Yeah, and similar to Bethesda's conference last night when we were talking about it, there's a lot of stuff that it definitely isn't for us, but it is for people out there.
Yeah.
When it came to like the card game or Elder Scrolls Online,
Sure.
Quake Champions, we got a lot of that stuff up front with the Final Fantasy 14 expansion coming out and the crossover with Monster Hunter
World. Yeah, that's cool.
And a lot of people are excited about Dragon Quest 11, the weird Dragon Quest mobile crossover with the Brave Exodus. It's like those things, not for me, but I know there are millions of people out there that play them and enjoy
that are all
stuff.
about that. They want
And
that
again,
real
they
bad.
didn't waste too much of our time with it, so I'm like, good on you.
Okay.
I just wanted to see something Avengers.
I know.
To end it with the 98% of the same Kingdom Hearts
thing,
trailer.
yeah.
And we're expecting it, and it's also just not very good. It's the same sort of like just crappy quality of
I
the
expected them
audio's
to
not
show
there.
the trailer and then do what they'd done with like Tomb Raider of like, what? Hey, everybody, I'm the developer on it here,
Yeah.
and then show a gameplay part of it, like you actually jump into it.
Going
Kingdom
right,
Hearts?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy they didn't.
going
Yeah.
from
That
that
would've
into
been
the
really bad.
sizzle reel was just like, oh, what?
Thanks for commenting. I
It
was like,
was-
oh, what a weird,
yeah.
awkward ending. It's the same thing was happening, it seemed like, with Bethesda last night, right? Fallout 76, then they talked again about the
mobile.
yeah. And then we were like, is that really how they're going to end it? No. Starfield, Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6. We understand we have to end on a high note. We have to punch you in the face here.
The thing with Kingdom Hearts is I feel like the last frame that they added is I think they did a perfect job with this in terms of speaking to Kingdom Hearts fans. The trailer still sucked because of the audio issues and it being weirdly edited and shit. But I feel like any gameplay and stuff they showed, any more they went into it, it would turn people that aren't fans off more than it would turn people that are fans on.
Gotcha.
All I needed was for the trailer to end, dun, 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 and it just like sort of similar to what you had with Master Chief with the Halo, with his helmet.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have like
Iron Man's helmet.
Cap with the shield or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and then dun, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
You know,
anything would have
during all of
pumped me up.
our predictions episodes, we talked about Avengers and like, are they really going to show it first here and not at Microsoft or Sony? Like, that feels like the type of game that deserves a bit more of a debut than a video presentation. From
I just
Square.
feel like I agree with that, but I feel like then why are you fucking doing a conference,
Yeah.
Square? If you don't want to think of yourselves as those people, if you want to save those for the bigger shows, you're never going to be a bigger show. If you're never going to come out and, hey, we are going to punch you in the fucking face like Bethesda did. Of like, and I don't mean this year, I mean years in past, right? Of like, no, we're doing our own thing and we're going to come out, we're going to have awesome announcements, we're going to do this every year. Like, it's just like, why do this? Like, I feel like this is like, well, everybody else is doing what we should do.
Yeah, but see, my thing is the way that they did it with the video showcase. Like, this is just an
Presentation-wise,
excuse
yeah.
to get people watching a trailer dump. This is just an E3 trailer dump. They could have done this and had people watch and maybe be interested in some things. And now, like, you actually know what a Quiet Man is. Otherwise, you would never give a fuck. would
Fuck
never
you. I would know what the Quiet Man is. Show him the respect he deserves.
Oh
He's
my
not
God.
a Quiet Man. He's the Quiet
But
Man.
it's like otherwise, at E3, Square would have just released these trailers, and that's it. You know, so why
Sure,
not put
no,
them together
okay,
in a
yeah, okay,
25-minute thing and just be like, here it is.
Let's just run through the bullet points I have. So they showed Shadow of the Tomb Raider to begin with, of course, September 14th, 2018 release date there. Stormblood, Final Fantasy 14 Online was there. They talked about that. Summer of this year, they're dropping the Monster Hunter World crossover with Final Fantasy.
And then some new expansion or some.
I think Stormblood was the
Under
news.
the Moon.
Oh, you're right.
Like
You're right. I'm sorry. Sorry. Then they came out and did more awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, Life is Strange tie-in. Again, June 26th. It's free. It's not Life is Strange 2. It's the first steps in this world. Stories and characters from the Life is Strange world will be here. Dragon Quest 11 came out. September 4th release date there. None of us were big Dragon Quest fans. Charles on yet. Mr. Slime wasn't here to walk us through it. Babylon's Fall was next. A platinum game. PlayStation 4 and Steam 2019. Nier Automata Become as Gods was next. Again, Xbox's trailer from last night. The definitive edition for Xbox, June 26th. Project Octopath Traveler then came out, which everybody's fucking stoked for and can't wait. I got up and I had to talk to Kevin for a second. What's the release date? I always forget.
I think it's July 13th.
It's coming up quick, right?
You want me to Google it?
Yeah.
Next was Just Cause 4. They showed the weather disasters December 4th for the release date. Again, The Quiet Man, not A Quiet Man.
July 13th.
July 13th. The Quiet Man came out. More to come on this game in August. Okay. PlayStation 4 and Steam. Is that August? Are we saying August because of Gamescom? Is that Gamescom? Google, open the calendar. I just did it myself.
You did it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did a shortcut there, but I needed to know. There we go. Take me to August. No, show me the month. That's what I'm going to do exactly.
Take me
home tonight. I don't want to let you go till you see the...
You could have just Googled Gamescom.
I know. I thought this would be faster, and it wasn't. And it really fucked everything up. And now, and honestly, at this point, I could just look at the chat, but I refuse because I'm doubling down on this.
August
Gamescom.
21st through 25th.
Everybody, it's on the calendar. I want you to know I have it on there for the 20th of August. I assume that's when you'll learn more about The Quiet Man. And then, Kingdom Hearts, January 29th, maybe. I believe that when I fucking see it. Am I right, Nick?
You're right. Fuck that.
Thank you, man. So, that was the conference. Okay.
Something.
All right. So, is it time to rank them?
Yeah, it's time to rank those
Andy,
podcasts.
give me the song.
We're ranking the conferences. We're ranking the conferences.
Good job, Andy.
Good morning to you and good morning to them. Because we're ranking the
it doesn't need to be-
conferences.
Okay. Actually, yeah. All right. You brought it back again.
Thanks.
Now, are you going to be able to remember that for the next?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We're doing the best E3 conference ranking right now. Remember, we're just ranking them, and then Tim has the Tim tiers, which I believe go great,
No,
good.
God tier.
Oh, sorry.
Great, good, bad, horrible.
Okay. So far, we have number 1 is Xbox, number 2 is Bethesda, and number 3 is EA. We need to put Square on here and add the number 4. Andy Cortez, where would you vote for Square to go?
I don't know about this whole Tim tier stuff, but I have this below EA just because the games didn't really interest me. EA for me at least had Anthem, which I'm really stoked about.
Yeah.
This didn't have anything that I really cared about.
That's
more of a game perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Tim?
I mean, I think that's
You're the
crazy
master of hype.
in terms of whether or not there's a game for you. It's just like that. EA was such a bad conference. This was so short and cut out of bullshit. And there is a lot of different games here. 2 new game announcements. So I mean, it's above EA for me. Nowhere near Bethesda.
This is tough. This is a tough one for me. Because here's what I like. I like the pomp and circumstance of the EA conference.
But they failed at it.
Oh, and Andrea was great. And they had lights and stuff. That's all I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Lights and stuff.
I appreciate Square not wasting my time. Here's what we have, and here's our trailer dump.
Yeah, but it still felt like a waste of time.
That's true. That's true.
It's tough.
Yeah, but they wasted 30 minutes of your time.
I'm gonna
But
have to.
EA didn't fully waste my time, is what I'm saying.
I'm going
Just a little
to.
bit.
I'm going to vote with the one and only pure one, Tim Gettys,
There you go.
and say, yeah, I think this is better than
Well, there
EA's
it is.
conference.
Well, there it is.
I'm Iron
How
Man.
about that? I'm Iron Man.
Talk. Fill time.
My Tim tier, I'm trying to figure it out.
Walk me through your
It's
decision making.
somewhere between bad and good. I don't want to say it's good because they should have had at least one wow moment. But it's hard for me to say it's bad because there is two new game announcements in there in 30 minutes and a lot of new stuff about games you already knew. But I'm gonna say bad.
Well, there you have it.
Well, how about
Holy
that?
shit!
What?
Right now the Tim tier. It's going from horrible, bad, good, great.
So you're saying Ubisoft? Ubisoft could
Bring
be
the
God
God tier.
We'll find out not long now, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you're watching live, hey, shit's working. That's pretty cool. when are we back for the pre-show? 12:30?
12:30 is what we said, yeah.
So that's about an hour from now. We'll be back with the pre-show for Ubisoft. Kevin will keep fact-checking and checking on things, I guess. We'll get this stuff up on YouTube. Remember, if you're watching later, of course, every one of these Gamescast post-shows for E3 goes live on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames later, or at the same time, I guess. It goes up as an audio MP3. If you want to watch live, you can go to twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We do a pre-show, a live watch-along stream, and then a post-show for each and every one of the press conferences. Of course, if anything goes wrong, we'll be in the chat the best we can. You got to slow down. A lot of people are like, there's no updates. And I was like, no, I was updating you. There's a thousand of you going fucking fuck the computer, fuck Comcast. It's hard to get out there. But now we figure out the Periscope backup stream and the Streamlab backup stream.
I will say, somebody mentioned in chat, and I kind of agree, that we should have a mech on the level, on the Tim tier.
Here's what I'd love. I'd love to do that, but it's Tim's system. And he's been, as you know, Greg puts up a poll after every conference.
If I can add a meh, I'd add meh to this.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. We're adding a tier. It's our rule.
Shit.
We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, because I don't think it was bad. It was just like, meh. Don't care.
It's going meh, because like I was saying, somewhere between good and bad.
It's going
now we
down.
have 6. It's kind of like, the way I want to think of it is like when you play a video game and you get ranked the A, B, C, D.
Sure.
But then there's
ranks.
S.
Oh yeah.
S is like the god tier.
I remember the first time I S-ranked a Crazy Taxi
Crazy
level, and I was like,
Taxi,
what the
dude?
fuck? That goes
shit changed
above
me.
A? This is a big moment for me, Andy.
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't be in a rock band like you.
We'll see you guys 12:30. Love you. Bye.
SoundCloud.com/MaximumCortez. Check out my rock band.